All right, so recently, as you know, I just watched Mad Max. I put up a review. It's on my channel. You can go check that video out. And then I actually decided to watch the other two, Mad Max Road Warrior, Mad Max 2 Road Warrior. Depending on where you're from, I think it's actually different. I think it was actually initially released as just the Road Warrior, and then it was Mad Max 2. Or maybe it was released as the Road Warrior. But I think in the US, it with the Road Warrior was actually more widely released than the original Mad Max. So most people didn't actually get to see that one, the first one. And when I was younger, I actually thought the Road Warrior was my favorite one. And then after like rewatching the first one and the second one, and I did actually watch Beyond Thunderdome as well, but I'll get to that in a second. I actually disliked the Road Warrior more than the first one. I thought the first one was way better for some reason. I don't know if it's just because, like the low budget allows for more interpretation of what the director or what the writer is actually trying to do, and that you can't have like all of these special effects, and you don't have an unlimited budget, so you're left with the acting or with the scene building or just your interpretation of the movie. And when I watched the Road Warrior this time, I still liked it, but I remember when I was younger, I liked the Road Warrior a lot more. Maybe it was because I saw that one first. I can't remember exactly, but and then you get into Beyond Thunderdome, which I never liked. I thought was horrible when I was younger. But in Beyond Thunderdome, I liked it because it kind of made it a bit smaller. The Thunderdome obviously is a really cool scene and stuff. That was obviously the only part of the movie I ever liked. And then I felt the rest of the movie kind of dragged out. And I still don't really like the end. So how I would actually do them is Mad Max, the Road Warrior, and then Thunderdome, because I really disliked the last half of Beyond Thunderdome. The part with the kids and the pilot and stuff, I didn't actually like that much. I thought it was overacted by the kids, and that's just maybe a sign of the times. This movie came out in, I think it was the late 80s, maybe. Beyond Thunderdome, I actually liked Tina Turner as Auntie Entity, I think it was. But up until the point where we have the Thunderdome fight, and then basically they exile Mad Max, everything after he gets exiled, I thought was horrible. I thought the stuff with the kids and that, while I know what the director and the writer and whoever else, I know what they were going for there. Obviously, these kids had been rescued by a pilot, and then the plane crashed, and basically their whole language, their whole livelihood became basically what they found in, maybe in the airplane manuals, or what the pilot had left them, or anything over the radio that they might have heard. That's where their language sort of came from. That's where they actually, learned, their whole society, and they're still talking that way. So that's, that was the end of it. So there was a little bit of hope, I guess, towards the end, which was okay. But like that whole chunk of stuff that happened with the kids, I thought was, I didn't like it at all. I thought it was not good. But then you go back to the beginning of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and the beginning, where he arrives in Gastown, I believe it is. So like the stuff with Master Blaster and all the dynamic that went on there between him and Auntie Entity, I thought all that stuff was great. And then, like I said, we get to the point where she's trying to get rid of Master Blaster because Master Blaster has too much power, too much control over the town. So she tries to get him eliminated. Mad Max comes in, tries to get Master Blaster out of there. Basically, everything all the way up to the end of Thunderdome is great. Then the rest of it is kind of garbage. So if we go back to, and also the flying copter stuff, which I think it was a little bit in Road Warrior. I thought that stuff was really bad. Like it just didn't make sense. They had the same thing. I don't think it was the same. It might have been the same actor. And in Road Warrior and this one, that was like doing the flying helicopter stuff or the flying plane stuff. And if we go back to the Road Warrior, the stuff with, I think it's the Humongous. Basically, where if you watched wrestling in the 80s, where Demolition got their costume from was this character where he's kind of wearing like a old style hockey mask, and he's got the leather straps and stuff. The Humongous. So anyway, the stuff with him I thought was pretty good. The shoulder pad wearing Amazon women and the men, and that was all just weird. It just looked weird. Maybe it was just, not enough budget. I thought the only really, well, that part was decent. Like if you take out the costumes and everything, if you just redid the story and you actually just changed the costume, a lot of the problem that I have was the costumes. In fact, I thought they looked like too over the top. Like, if you look at the Humongous's costume, that's probably what somebody might wear if you wanted to go like a post-apocalyptic road rage, whatever you want to call it, type of movie. That's more of an iconic image than the white shoulder pads from the Warrior Woman is what she's called now. I think actually in the credits it's called the Amazonian Woman, but I could be wrong. Anyways, that doesn't matter. But like that stuff was kind of bad. But the truck scene at the end, I thought it was actually really, really good. Basically, everybody dies. Spoiler. Basically, everybody dies at the end. That's trying to free this tractor, but we actually know that the truck was actually a distraction to actually let the rest of them get away, which I thought was a really good, which is why I like it so much more than Beyond Thunderdome, because like I said, the last half of Beyond Thunderdome was utter garbage as far as I'm concerned. But you have the Road Warrior, and I think that little twist at the end actually elevated the movie quite a bit. Yeah, that's basically just these three movies in a nutshell. I didn't want to do another 2 separate videos just for the Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome. I kind of wanted to combine them all into one. And anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification, because eventually I will start live streaming DayZ, and I will be also live streaming Mad Max, most likely in the near future. All right, thanks for watching. See you guys.
Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror.